In this video, we're going to install FreeScout on Railway. FreeScout is an open source support ticket app that I've been playing around with and I kind of like it. And then Railway is just a really easy way to host a web app. And so we're on railway.com. I've already set up an account, but I don't need to show that part of it. I'm going to go to deploy a new project. And then from here, I'm going to say deploy a template. And then in the search, I'm going to type in FreeScout. There it is. Click on it. And then it's going to say to deploy FreeScout, this template has two services. One is the FreeScout database. So this is going to be one app that's going to have MariaDB, which I think is a MySQL type of database. And then that's going to connect to the web app that's actually running the FreeScout application. And this one's saying it's ready to be deployed. If you click on configure, it'll show you that there's some environment variables that have already been pre-selected. And you could change this. I think this just saying take this string A, B, C, D, E, F and make that into some sort of encrypted password. You could probably change that to make it a little bit more secure. Same thing, the root password for the container, I believe. But I think it's fine as it is. And then the other one, the one that's actually running the web app, does need two variable values. So you click on configure, go down here to saying it needs an environment variable for the admin password. And I'm just going to go ahead and use password for this video. And then the email, I'll just use one of my emails. It has a bunch of other pre-configured environment variables. You don't really need to change anything in there. Time zone looks like it's okay. Save config and then click on deploy. And that's basically all there is to it. It's going to spin up those two different containers and then it'll give you a URL where you can access them. And then from that, you log in with the username and the password that you set up as environment variables. And then you're off and going. And then you just set up FreeScout from there. So I've only been playing around with this for a few days. So far, I like it. It looks like it costs less than $5 a month. So the minimum user on Railway for $5 a month should pay for it. Obviously, I don't know that you'd be able to run a really busy FreeScout app with lots of users and lots of emails coming and going, because you'd probably need more space or more compute at some point. This probably is only going to take a couple of minutes, so I'll fast forward to it till it's done. All right, so I think we might be done. I am going to click on the FreeScout app part of it, and there it's giving me a URL. So this is a publicly available URL. I don't think there isn't a need for that for the database container because it's going to be not accessible from the internet. So I'll click on that, and now I have FreeScout is running and I just need to log in. So now I've logged in and all you have to do is set up a mailbox. I'm not going to go through this too much other than to just show you some basics. So I'll just say it's test@test.com. Mailbox name, we'll call it test. Anybody who is a user will have access to this mailbox, sure. And now you have some basics about the mailbox itself. And then connection settings, this is how it's actually doing stuff. Fetching emails is the important part. You would need to choose whether or not it's IMAP or POP, and then use whatever the settings are. So I was using it with a Gmail account with both POP and IMAP. They have some pretty good documentation on what port number you're going to want to use. If you do use a Gmail account, you'll need to get an app password. It's not going to be your account password. But other than that, it was pretty easy to set up. So this is getting the emails into the system. So when a user sends in a support email, that's how that's going to come in. And then sending emails. I didn't have any luck with either one of these. I think there's something else you need to configure. So I chose SMTP and then used the same Gmail account as what I set up in there. This is just for sending emails for that mailbox. There's also, under Manage Settings, this is all the settings there really are. For general settings, not very much. Probably need to change the time zone there. And then mail settings here, there's system emails, and you would need to set up the same type of thing. Here, these are system emails that FreeScout's going to email you or another FreeScout user to notify them that there's a new email or something like that. This, again, was pretty easy to set up. I used one of the Gmail accounts that I had set up as a mailbox. That's all there is to it.